BMWs. I like the styling, I like the engines, and I like the way they drive. But I don't like the drivers. They're all Welcome back to the Grand Teen and another car review. Today we have a very special car on. It's a BMW and one of my personal favourites. What could it be? This, of course, is the 2014 BMW M135i. And the Germans claim that it's a hot hatch. But not just any hot hatch. Yes, this is a hot hatch, but it doesn't have some of the usual hot hatchy things you're used to. Now this 1 Series is of course got the biggest engine. It's a 3 litre straight 6, and that's like putting a T-Rex in a doghouse. And being a big engine, you might think it has a lot of power. You'd be correct, it's got 320 brake horsepower, and that's nicer than a lot of things. Now you might be wondering, how is that going to work in a front-wheel drive car? But actually this BMW is rear-wheel drive, of course, and when it's released it was the first rear-wheel drive hot hatch in 30 or so years. Now you may recall on Top Gear when Jeremy Clarkson reviewed one of these, he actually crashed it at 120 miles an hour doing a straight line, and I can assure you I'm definitely not going to be doing that speed. Probably do 119 or something. Now, to be a hatchback, it does have to be fairly practical to meet the consumer standards, but this isn't that practical, unfortunately. If we open up the boot, you can see it's big enough to only fit a small dog in there. Mind you, the people who drive this sort of car have small willies, and that would probably fit in there as well. Then we move on to the rear seating, and unless you want to cut off your friend's legs in order to take them home with you, they're not going anywhere. And as it stands, it's currently against the law to do that in the UK. It's probably alright in North Korea though. But let's talk positively. I like the interior. It's got lots of standard features in here. Bluetooth system, speed limiting thing, which is basically cruise control, a 6-speed manual gearbox, sport mode obviously, and a full leather interior. And of course there's lots of room in the front. Just take a second to listen to that straight 6. Brilliant. I kind of want one now. Visibility wise, you can't see anything at all because, well, number one, it's got a black sun strip which has been added on, so you actually can't really see anything at the front, and the big wing mirrors obstruct most of your vision. So if you are driving to a multi-storey car park, for example, expect a few scrapes on the side. Now the great thing about this BMW as well, it can be a family car if you want it to be. It's got an Eco Pro button, not that anyone uses it, but it's there and it makes the car more polar bear rather than grizzly bear. The seating position isn't, I'm not a fan of it actually, because it's quite it's kind of meant for a big beefy BMW driver. I'm not one of those, unfortunately, but I can still enjoy the car because it is very comfortable with these nice black leather seats. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff in here in the interior, but there's one thing that I'm not so sure about, and it's this one. I don't really know what it does. It kind of just gets in the way with the wheel, but let's give it a go. So when I press it, there seems to be some sort of green arrow flashing on the dash. I don't really know what it does. What on earth is that? There are orange lights flashing outside too. I've never ever seen this sort of thing on a BMW before. Anyway, back to the car. What's it like in town? Well, it blends in very well with the everyday traffic. It's not particularly striking or annoyance on the road. In fact, it's like a wolf. It looks very fluffy and calm from the outside, but when you get to know it, it tries to kill you. And that's not helped by the noise it makes. So there we are. If you want a car that's very powerful, practical-ish, and fun to drive, then the M135i is a good option. It's a good car for the money, and you get a lot with it. So there we are. If you did enjoy this video today, then make sure you are subscribing to us on the Grand T and follow us on social media that I can't actually remember what they are, and we'll see you next time. So there we are. This I was going to warm it. Yeah, that's practice.
You get a lot of car.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say, but I didn't because I'm a moron.
Still rolling, so in your own time.
It's good to get a couple just to choose from, you know.
Mention that phrase. You get a lot of car.
Huh? Practical-ish, and
Redo that one.
yeah.
Wait.
There's a dog